The Battle of Lao Cai was fought during the brief but bloody Sino-Vietnamese War, though the Chinese themselves took a heavy toll from the Vietnamese defending the area. They were eventually successful in capturing and occupying the province from a mixed force of regulars, militia, and government border troops. Planning an order of battle. The Chinese People's Liberation Army Kunming Military Region took responsibility for Chinese operations in Lao Cai direction, which involved the 11th and 13th Armies from the Kunming Military Region itself, and the 14th Army from the Chengdu Military Region, totaling about 125,000 troops. The invasion comprised three prongs of advances. While the 11th Army was assigned to attack Phong Th before hooking up to Sapa and Lao Cai from the west, the 14th Army was ordered to take Muang Kong and move against Lao Cai from the east. The central thrust was undertaken by the 13th Army, targeted directly on Lao Cai and the township of Cam Thueng to the south. For the Vietnamese side, it is believed by historians that the defense of the Hoang Lian Son province was conducted by several regiments of the Vietnam People's Army, some of which consisted of the regular 345th and 316th Divisions. A force at the size of two divisions was equivalent to around 20,000 Vietnamese troops present in Lao Cai area at the beginning of the war. The battle was begun before the dawn of the 17th of February by a Chinese artillery barrage against Vietnamese positions. The first objectives for the PLA were the towns of Bat Zat, Muang Kong, and Pha Long. No attack was staged against Phong Th at all on the first day of the war. The brunt of Chinese assaults fell on the VPA 345th Division, which resisted toughly. Not until 1400 on the 19th of February did the PLA capture Lao Cai city. Having Lao Cai taken, the PLA then sent a group of troops to Cam Thueng to the south, and another group advancing along Highway 4D to Sapa, which was 38 kilometers to the southwest. The VPA 316th Division was then ordered to march from Sapa to meet the approaching Chinese forces, and ran into contact on the secondary road between Lao Cai and Sapa on the 22nd of February. By that day, the PLA had intruded by only 2 kilometers into Vietnamese territory. Despite having used a force of two armies against the sole VPA 345th Division, by the 25th of February, the Chinese had seized Cam Thueng, yet were still struggling to exterminate pockets of Vietnamese resistance in Lao Cai and other towns under their control, a situation which was not ended until the 27th of February. At 14:45 on the 1st of March, Sapa fell to the PLA. On the eastern wing of the offensive, Kho was captured after a night assault raging from 2000 on the 2nd of March to 14:45 on the 3rd of March. Chinese efforts now concentrating on cutting off the retreat of the VPA 316th Division, as the PLA force skirted around Mount Fanchipang and maneuvered toward the direction of Bin Lu, which was 44 kilometers west of Sapa. At 1900 on the 3rd of March, all roads that connected Phong Th with Bin Lu and Pa Tien had been secured. On the 4th of March, Chinese forces eventually captured the town, thus successfully blocking the supply route to the VPA 316th Division from Lai Chau. The blocking position was at least 40 kilometers from the Sino-Vietnamese border, becoming the deepest Chinese penetration in the war. However, it was not until the 5th of March that the Vietnamese division finally ceased to fight. Aftermath. In the battle, the Chinese claimed to have killed 1,398, wounded 920, and captured 35 Vietnamese soldiers. On the other hand, Vietnamese accounts put the number of Chinese casualties at 11,500, similar to the fighting in other fronts. During the Lao Cai campaign, the human wave tactic was thoroughly applied by the PLA for every smallest objective, as portrayed by a Vietnamese soldier in an interview by French journalist Jean-Pierre Gallois. The Chinese infantry advanced shoulder to shoulder to make sure the minefields are cleared.